Hello students, how is the preparation for NEET and mains? Good? Okay. Today we will discuss nucleophilicity versus basicity. In the last class we discussed some problems. Today we will discuss complete details about nucleophilicity and basicity. So nucleophilicity versus basicity. Very interesting topic. Nucleophilicity versus basicity. Very interesting topic, useful for NEET and mains student. Myself Dr. Ashok Reddy, you are watching Ashok Reddy chemistry classes. Let's see what is nucleophile. Nucleophile. What is nucleophile? So nucleophile is electron rich that will attack on electron deficient atom. Nucleophile is electron rich and that will attack on electron deficient atom. Whereas base, see the difference. Whereas base will abstract a proton from another molecule. It will abstract a proton from another molecule. See the difference. Nucleophile is electron rich that will attack on electron deficient atom, whereas base that will abstract a proton from the other molecule. Let's see one example, some examples. Nucleophile. See for example, NH2 minus reacts with CH, methyl chloride. So this is a primary alkyl halide, that means SN2 reaction, polar aprotic solvent required for this reaction. So the product obtained is the nucleophile will attack from the back side with respect to the halogen. Nucleophile will attack from the back side with respect to halogen. By being a primary alkyl halide, it will undergo nucleophilic substitution SN2 pathway. The nucleophile will attack on electron deficient atom from the back side with respect to the halogen. So we will get an inversion product. The rate of reaction for this reaction, let us say R1. Rate of reaction for this reaction is R1. Say, take one more reaction. OH minus reacts with the same alkyl halide, methyl halide. So alkyl halide, primary alkyl halide, that means it is a SN2 reaction, polar aprotic solvent required. The nucleophile that will attack from the back side with respect to the halogen. Why? Because it is SN2. The rate of reaction for this is SnR2. See, the nucleophile will attack on the electron deficient atom opposite side with respect to the halogen. SN2 polar aprotic solvents required for this reaction. You see these two reactions. If you see, find the experimental data, the value. So rate of reaction is R1 is the rate of reaction for the first reaction. R2 is the rate of reaction for the second reaction. From the experimental data, the value of R1 is more than R2. The meaning of R1 is more than R2. The meaning is, so the first reaction is having more rate. That means first reaction will complete in less time. Whereas second reaction, for the completion, it will take some time. First reaction completed more. That means rate of reaction is more. The meaning is, the nucleophilicity of NH2 is minus is more. The meaning of R1 is more than R2 means value of R1 is more. The meaning is this reaction will complete fast and the nucleophilicity of NH2 minus is more. Nucleophilicity of NH2 minus is more than nucleophilicity of OH minus. In a period from left to right, nucleophilicity and basicity decreases. That we will explain after 5 minutes. As of now, from the experimental data, the value of R1 is more than R2. The meaning of that is nucleophilicity of NH2 minus is more than OH minus. Since this is less nucleophilic, so it will attack slowly and hence it will take some time to finish the reaction. So the nucleophilicity means that depends on the chemical kinetics, R1 and R2. This depends on the chemical kinetic. It related to chemical kinetic term. The nucleophilicity depends on chemical kinetics. It depends on chemical kinetic. It's a chemical kinetic term. So the rate of reaction depends on the nucleophilicity. Strong nucleophile favors fast reaction. Weak nucleophile favors little slow reaction. Coming to the basicity, let's see what is this term. You take ND2 minus plus acetic acid. And one more reaction, OD plus acetic acid. See, basicity always is a reversible reaction, whereas here it's a forward reaction, it's a reversible reaction. Suppose if ND2, so for example, OD minus. ND2 minus, you will attack on this carbonyl, that is a nucleophilic substitution, but on carboxylic acid, nucleophilic substitution not possible. So always it will abstract a proton. See, as a result, ND2H plus O minus COCH. It's a reversible reaction always. Here OD hydrogen plus O minus COCH3. It's always reversible reaction. So the equilibrium constant for first reaction is K1. The equilibrium constant for second reaction is K2. Always basicity is a equilibrium. Always equilibrium. See. So again, so this proton will be abstracted by the COO minus, again the equilibrium shifts here. So from experimental data, the value of equilibrium constant 1 is more than value of equilibrium constant 2. The meaning of that is basicity of ND2 minus is more than OD minus. That means N minus is more basic than O minus. Anyway, from left to right, basicity decreases as a result. So N minus is more basic. So that can be proved from the experimental data, that is based on the equilibrium constant K1. The meaning is, if K1 is more, that means that it is abstracting fast. Okay, ND2 minus abstracting H minus fast. As a result, this forward reaction is taking place. The meaning of K1 is more means the forward reaction is taking place more favor. K2 is less means forward reaction taking place with less favor. This reaction is more favor, this reaction is less favor. That's why value of K2 is a little less. Since value of K1 is more, the meaning is ND2 minus is more basic. See, and also, so the bond between N minus and so basic atom and hydrogen is more strong here, stable here. This is less stable. Why this is more stable? This bond is more stable. The reason is forward reaction is more favorable. That is because of the more K1 value. Why K1 value is more? ND2 is minus is more basic. Okay, it is completely, so this is depends on the equilibrium constant, and basicity is the thermodynamics term. Okay, it depends on the equilibrium constant and stability of hydrogen and basic atom. Now see the conclusion. So nucleophilicity is nucleophile will attack an electron deficient atom, whereas base abstract a proton from the another molecule. So nucleophility depends on the rate of reaction. Okay, whereas basicity depends on the equilibrium constant. That is a thermodynamic term. If more value of K1 means that is abstract a particular group abstract a proton fast, and the bond between hydrogen and the basic atom is strong, forward reaction takes place. So this is about nucleophilicity and basicity. Clear? In a periodic table, we will see that we will see nucleophilicity versus basicity, how it takes place in from left to right and from top to bottom. In a periodic table, first we will see the from left to right. Periodic table from left to right. For example, CH3 minus, NH2 minus, OH minus and F minus. Okay. From left to right in a periodic table. Let's see to know the basicity. So what is the basicity order from left to right? Basicity order. Okay. And also nucleophilicity order. What is nucleophilicity order and basicity order? From left to right in a periodic table. In a periodic table, what is the basicity order? From left to right. What is the nucleophilicity order? From left to right. To know the basicity order, first write the conjugate acids for this. CH4, NH3, H2O and HF. Okay. So acidity order is like this. HF is more acidic. If acid is strong, its conjugate base is weak. That means, so from left to right, basicity decreases. So this is strong base, weak base. CH3 minus is the strong base. CH3 minus is the strong base, whereas F minus is the weak base. From left to right, basicity decreases as from moving from left to right. The reason we can also explain on the basis of electronegativity. You see the F minus, so F minus, okay, what is taking away? So F minus, so this is F minus, CH3 minus. So the size of F minus is a little less when compared to CH3. From left to right, size decreases, but negligible. Whenever there is negligible change in the size, there is no solvation effect. There is no solvation effect. There is no solvation effect since the change in size is very, very less. Size is very, very less. Okay, if you see size between CH3 and the F, the size is very, very negligible. Okay, little less but not that much. Little less. Okay, and also F minus. We are adding one electron to the fluorine atom. Since fluorine is more electronegative atom, so this whatever the extra electron, that is strongly held together with the nucleus. Since the electron is strongly held with the nucleus, that is because of the more electronegative fluorine, it is not available to abstract a proton and it is not available to attack on electron deficient atom. That is the reason why it is less basic and less nucleophilic also. Okay, F minus is a nucleophilicity also very less, whereas the CH3 minus is more nucleo. Why? Because when compared to fluorine, not that much electronegative. Okay, less electronegative. This is not strongly held within a carbon nucleus. As a result, so it will attack an electron deficient atom or it will abstract a proton. Whereas fluorine, so since small size, anyway, small size, more electronegative atom, the negative charge is bind with the nucleus. As a result, there is a strong force of attraction between negative charge and the nucleus. It is not ready to attack an electron deficient atom and it is not ready to abstract a proton. That's why less basic and next nucleophilicity. And also, the change in size is negligible. There is no solvation effect. So solvation means it forms a layer. So since there is no change in size, no layers formed, no solvation effect. If there is no solvation effect, so we can, so in protic solvent, polar protic solvent and polar protic solvent and polar aprotic solvent, the nucleophilicity is same. If there is no solvation effect in polar protic solvent and polar aprotic solvent, from left to right is the same. Basicity decreases and the nucleophilicity decreases. So aprotic solvent also basicity decreases and the nucleophilicity decreases. So overall, in periodic table from left to right, either aprotic solvent or protic solvent, nucleophilicity is directly proportional to basicity. Very important. Okay. In a periodic table from left to right, nucleophilicity is directly proportional to basicity, either protic solvent or aprotic solvent. Protic or aprotic. Why? Because change in size is negligible. There is no solvation effect. So from left to right, in protic solvent, basicity decreases, nucleophilicity decreases. From left to right, in aprotic solvent, basicity decreases and less nucleophilicity also decreases. Nucleophilicity is directly proportional to basicity. From left to right, in protic as well as aprotic solvent. That is because of the change in size is negligible and there is no solvation effect. Clear? Periodic table from top to bottom. Periodic table from top to bottom. So from left to right, nucleophilicity directly proportional to basicity. whether protic solvent or aprotic solvent, why? Because there is no solvation effect. Whereas from top to bottom, let's see, F minus, Cl minus, Br minus, I minus. From top to bottom. To know the basicity, write the conjugate acids. HF, HCl, HBr, HI. So from top to bottom, acidity increases. Okay, strong acid. Okay, from top to bottom, acidity increases. Strong acid. So if acid is strong, its corresponding conjugate base is weak. That means this is strong base. Strong base. So from top to bottom, basicity decreases. From top to bottom, basicity decreases. What about nucleophilicity? What about nucleophilicity? So, what about nucleophilicity? So, here from top to bottom, size increases. From top to bottom, size increases. If size increases, definitely there is solvation effect. If size increases, definitely there is solvation effect is there. If solvation effect is there, we need to study polar protic solvent different and polar aprotic solvent different. First we will start the polar protic solvent. Polar protic solvent. Polar protic solvent. So one thing very important, basicity decreases. From top to bottom, no change in the basicity. But only nucleophilicity different, that is because of the change in size. That is, since the size is there, size is different, solvation come into the picture. Polar protic solvent, for an example, H2O. Let's see, F minus, Cl minus, Br minus, and I minus. Right. So, fluorine size is small, iodine size is big. Okay, iodine size is big. Okay, let's see, iodine size is big. Okay, iodine size is big. I minus, it is I. Fluorine. F minus. Okay. Since here, small size, negative charge, electron density is more here. Probability of electron density is more here. Since big size, electron density is less. Why? Because so size is more, negative charge, the finding electron is a little difficult. So from top to bottom, electron density decreases. Electron density decreases. Electron density decreases. Here more electron density is present. Why? Because small size electron is available, density is more, electron density is more. Big size, electron density is less. Since electron density is more, so it forms more layers with the water molecule. Okay, small size, since electron density is more, forms more and more number of water molecules with the polar protic solvent. That is called as solvent. Since electron density is less, it forms less layers around iodine. Small fluorine size, electron density is more, forms more layers around the fluorine molecules with protic solvent. Big iodine molecule, electron density is less water molecules around the iodine molecule. That means solvation. So here more solvation, it is less solvation. So after solvation effect, you see the size of fluorine. Size is small, electron density is more, it forms more solvation, more water molecule. Now see so since after forming solvation, the size of fluorine is more. Since electron density is less, even though size of individual iodine is less, but after solvation size is less. Now tell me, what about nucleophilicity? The nucleophilicity will increase. From top to bottom, nucleophilicity will increase. This is readily an attack on electron deficiency. Why? Because size is less. After solvation, size is less. Whereas after solvation, size is more. Less preference to attack on electron deficient atom. So from top to bottom, so nucleophilicity increases. This is more nucleophilic than this one, even though size is more. Why? Because less water molecules, less water layers around that one, readily attack on electron deficient atom. So this is in nuclear. So anywhere, so in products, polar protic solvent. Conclusion: polar protic solvent, top to bottom. Polar protic solvent, top to bottom, basicity decreases, nucleophilicity increases. I minus is more nucleophilic than F minus. That is because of solvation effect. Big iodine molecule electron density is less. Big iodine electron density is less. As a result, so less number of water molecules is formed. After solvation, the size of iodine is less. Readily attack on electron deficient atom. Whereas fluorine small size, electron density is less. Sorry, electron density is more. Why? Because small size electron density is more. Forms more water molecule. After solvation, the size of fluorine is more. Less preference to attack on electron deficient atom. So, in conclusion, in polar protic solvent, top to bottom basicity decreases. Okay, and the nucleophilicity increases. So, in polar protic solvent, strong base, less nucleophilic. In polar protic solvent, less base, strong nucleophile. Clear? So far we discussed the polar protic solvent. In polar protic solvent, from top to bottom, basicity decreases, nucleophilicity increases. Now we will discuss the polar aprotic solvent. Polar aprotic solvent. Polar aprotic solvent. Polar aprotic solvent from top to bottom. What is the order of basicity and what is the order of nucleophilicity? Anyway, basicity, there is no change in the basicity. Basicity decreases. Why? Because so corresponding conjugate acid, no, strong acid, that means weak base. Basicity from top to bottom decreases. But nucleophilicity we need to see. Nucleophilicity we need to find out. We need to find out the nucleophilicity. Why? Because from top to bottom size increases. Top to bottom size increases. If size increases, there is a solvation effect. So okay, there is a solvation effect. Let us take the example of acetone. Take acetone as an example. Or any acetone, DMF, okay, acetone, DMF, DMA, acetonitrile, any solvent. See F minus, Cl minus, Br minus, and I minus. F minus, small size, and little bit. Okay, I minus. Okay, from top to bottom size decreases. Here you can see electron density is more, electron density is less. Electron density from top to bottom decreases. Electron density from top to bottom decreases. More electron density, small size, more electron density. Big size, less electron density. See, any aprotic solvent, since more electron density, there is more repulsions in case of fluorine. Whereas here, since electron density is less repulsions takes place in case of here. Repulsions are less. Why? Because electron density is less, repulsions are less. More repulsions with the polar aprotic solvent. So once F minus is there, aprotic solvent is there, there are more repulsions readily thrown away from the reaction mixture, and that is readily attack on electron deficient atom. If you see the iodine, so electron density is less, repulsions are less, so slowly it will attack. It is slowly thrown away, slowly attack on electron deficient atom. More repulsions with the electron aprotic solvent, thrown away from the aprotic solvent, readily attack on electron deficient atom. That means nucleophilicity of F minus is more, nucleophilicity of I minus is less. From top to bottom, nucleophilicity decreases. From top to bottom, nucleophilicity decreases. The reason is less repulsions, so it won't thrown away from the solvent. Whereas I minus, more repulsions readily thrown away from the solvent, readily attack at the electron deficient atom. So from top to bottom, nucleophilicity decreases. Alright, polar aprotic solvent. Polar aprotic solvent. Okay, basicity decreases from top to bottom. Top to bottom. From top to bottom, basicity decreases and nucleophilicity also decreases. The reason is, so iodine size is more electron density is less repulsion, slowly attack on electron deficient atom. F minus, small size, more electron density, more repulsions, readily thrown away from the solvent, readily attack on electron deficient atom. From top to bottom, basicity decreases and the nucleophilicity also decreases. Clear? Now, we will summarize the points from left to right and top to bottom in protic and aprotic solvent. In a periodic table, from left to right, periodic table from left to right. from left to right, let's see CH3 minus, NH2 minus, OH minus, and F minus. Okay. From left to right in a periodic table, change in size is negligible, so there is no solvation effect. So from left to right, more electronegative atom, so electron density is more. I minus is strongly held with the nucleus, not available, not ready to attack on electron deficient atom or to abstract a proton. As a result, from left to right, basicity decreases and the nucleophilicity also decreases. So there is no solvation effect. So basicity is directly proportional to nucleophilicity since no solvation effect. So the same order is polar protic solvent. So polar protic solvent also basicity decreases, nucleophilicity decreases from left to right. Polar aprotic solvent also basicity decreases and nucleophilicity decreases. Why? Because no solvation effect in periodic table from left to right. Since no solvation effect, so the order is same. Basicity is directly proportional to nucleophilicity. From left to right, strong nucleophile, strong base, protic solvent as well as aprotic solvent. Strong nucleophile and strong base. Strong nucleophile and strong base in protic as well as aprotic solvent. So coming to top to bottom. Coming to the top to bottom. From top to bottom, so here we need to study aprotic as well as protic solvent. So F minus, Cl minus, Br minus and I minus. Okay, from top to bottom. So here protic solvent, polar protic solvent, whereas aprotic solvent, F minus, Cl minus, Br minus, I minus, from top to bottom, polar aprotic solvent. Polar aprotic solvent. Let's see from top to bottom. Definitely basicity decreases. No doubt basicity decreases. Strong base, weak base, because its corresponding acid Hi is strong acid, weak base, strong base, basicity decreases in a polar aprotic or protic solvent. Basicity definitely decreases from top to bottom. Whereas nucleophilicity, coming to the nucleophilicity, since size is matter, so there is a solvation effect. Here in protic solvent, let us assume that water, okay, assume that water. So since small size, more electron density, so more layers are formed around fluorine in protic solvent. Here, big size, electron density is less layers are formed. So after solvation, so size is more, less prefer to attack on electron deficient atom. So here, after solvation, less number of water molecules formed around iodine. So readily attack on electron deficient atom. So from top to bottom, nucleophilicity increases. Less nucleophilic, strong nucleophile. Because of less layers, more layers, less preference to attack on electron deficient atom. So here, less layers readily attack on electron deficient atom. More nucleophilic. From top to bottom, nucleophilicity increases. Whereas here, polar aprotic solvent, let's say acetone, CH3CO acetone, or you can take any TMF, DMA acetonator. Only thing is repulsion. Size is small, electron density is more repulsions with the aprotic solvent. As a result, it's readily thrown away from the solvent, readily attack on electron deficient atom. I minus, so size is big, electron density is small, less repulsions, so slowly attack on electron deficient atom. So that means, so strong nucleophile. So from top to bottom, nucleophilicity decreases. Why? Because repulsions decreases. So more repulsions readily thrown away from the solvent, readily attack on electron deficient atom. So from top to bottom, basicity decreases, nucleophilicity decreases in polar aprotic solvent. From top to bottom, basicity decreases, nucleophilicity increases from aprotic solvent. So from left to right, basicity and nucleophilicity decreases irrespective of the solvent. Why? Because size is not a matter. No solvation effect from left to right. Clear? Now we will solve some problem. Let's say first example, OH minus and H2O. So here, so both are central atom is oxygen, both oxygen, same period. Okay, so protic and aprotic not a matter here. Already negatively charged particles are more nucleophilic and more basic. One is more nucleophilic and one is more basic. Already. Okay, so on negatively charged particle, electron density is more readily attack or readily abstract a proton. So same here. So methoxide and methanol, negatively charged particle generally more nucleophilic and more basic. That will readily attack an electron deficient and readily abstract a proton. Here also. Okay. So 1, 2. So nucleophilicity of 1 is more than 2. Negatively charged particle. Basicity also more than 1 is more than 2. So in protic and aprotic solvent, so the order is same. Why? Because only the difference is so neutral and negatively charged particle. On negatively charged particle, electron density is more. Electron density is more. More chance to attack on electron deficient and more chance to abstract a proton. Now coming to the fourth example, let's see here. Now oxygen. Central atom is oxygen. We need to see only the molecule. So protic and aprotic may not be a problem here. So here it is involved in the resonance. So the one which is involved in the resonance means that is less favor to attack or less favor to abstract a proton. So here, see the first example, plus inductive effect. So electron density on oxygen increases. So that will readily attack on carbocation or abstract a proton. So the nucleophilicity is 1 is more than 2 and more than 3. 3 is less nucleophilic, while that is involved in the resonance. The basicity order also same. 1 more than 2 more than 3. Okay, both are same. Coming to the fifth example, here see the central atom is oxygen. The only difference is here only resonance is possible here. Only one oxygen. Here 2 oxygens are there. If a number of oxygens are increased, here also 2 oxygens. If a number of oxygens increase, 3 oxygens, nucleophilicity and basicity decreases. Why? Because so each oxygen involved in the resonance. That will take some time, okay, to overcome the resonance. So always if a number of oxygens are more, nucleophilicity and basicity is decreased. So as a result, okay, see here these two, the least is 4, 3 oxygens are there. Okay, see it is a node in resonance like this, like this, like this. Here also like this. Okay, so 3 oxygens are there. Least react among these two oxygen. You can see here plus inductive effect. Here is minus inductive effect. So here electron density increased, electron density is decreased. That's why this is more reactive than this one in case of nucleophilicity and basicity. Coming to here, only one oxygen is there. So and also phenol. So when compared to, so this is more nucleophilic than that one. So see the order. Nucleophilicity, the 1 is more nucleophilic than 2, than 3, than 4. Okay, see these two. Okay, because these two, so 2 oxygens are there. Resonance takes place on this one. That's why this is more reactive than this one. Okay, so basicity are also same. So if a number of oxygens are more that are involved in the resonance, nucleophilicity and basicity decreases. Clear? Next problem. Next example, see the sixth example. So all are phenols. So substitute phenol. See nitro, strong ring deactivating group. See strong ring deactivating group. So this is a moderate ring activating group. It will increase the electron density on the ring. It will decrease the electron density on the ring. It will it takes the electrons from the ring. It gives the electron density to the ring. As a result, electron density here increases, here decreases. Okay. So the one which is more electron density is there means that will readily attack on electron deficient atom or that will obstruct the proton. So as a result, so 1 is less nucleophilic than 2, than 3. 3 is more nucleophilic, strong nucleophile. And the basicity order also same. The one which is having more electron density, that is more basic and more readily attack on electron deficient atom. Coming to the seventh example, OH minus and SH minus. To know the basicity and acidity, write its conjugate acid. So H2S is more acidic. That means the conjugate base is weak base, strong base. Coming to the basicity, definitely 1 is more basic than 2. So for this, basicity will not change in the solvent. So that is independent of the solvent nature. Okay, that we have to see either protic solvent or aprotic solvent. OH minus is a strong base than SH minus. Coming to the nucleophilicity in protic solvent. So see here, oxygen and sulfur. So sulfur is inside. So oxygen sulfur. This is the size of sulfur is more. Okay, we have to see from top to bottom in a group. So small size, more size. Small size in protic solvent, so accumulated with more water layers. It forms more water layers. Sulfur, less water layers. Why? Because electron density is more here, more layers will form. Electron density less here, less layers will form. So as a result, after solvation, size is more, size is less. That means this is readily attacked as a nucleophile because of less layers will form. So nucleophilicity of 1 is less than 2. Coming to the aprotic solvent, for example, if you take acetone, so electron density is more, so more repulsions with the acetone solvent. It is thrown away from the solvent. It will readily attack on the electron deficient atom. As a result, 1 is more nucleophilic than 2. Okay. Now see, so SS minus and Cl minus. So these two are in the same period. Sulfur and the chlorine, 16 and 17. In a period, the size is negligible. If size is negligible, no solvation effect. That means protic solvent and aprotic solvent has the same order. For example, if you want to know the basicity, write its conjugate acid. Okay, H2S and HCl. So HCl is strong base, a strong acid. That means this is a weak base. So anyway, from left to right, basicity decreases. So 1 is more basic than 2. Anyway, strong acid, weak acid. Weak acid, strong base, and also from left to right, basicity decreases. Why? Because more electronegative atoms. So from left to right, electronegativity decreases. This anion strongly held with the anion is having some interaction with the nucleus, not interested to attack and not interested to obstruct a proton. Generally, more electronegative atom is less basic. That's why. So this is more basic. From left to right, basicity decreases. So since no size is not a matter. So basicity there is no problem, and aprotic and protic also there is no difference. Why? Because in a period from left to right, nucleophilicity decreases. Why? Because this depends on the electronegativity. The one which is having more electronegative, so the anion is strongly held with the nucleus, not interested to attack on the carbocation, not interested to obstruct a proton. So always in a period from left to right, basicity decreases, nucleophilicity will decrease, and in a period, so there is no solvation effect. Protic and aprotic is the same order. Coming to example 9, now CF3. So it is a negative inductive effect. Electron density decreases here. CH3. So plus inductive effect. Electron density increases here. The one which is more electron density means will readily attack on electron deficient atom, or it will readily obstruct a proton. That means nucleophilicity of 2 is more than 1, and also basicity of 2 is more than 1. Since same atom, protic and aprotic are same. Coming to the 10th example, I minus and F minus. So size is different. So in a group from top to bottom, basicity decreases. Okay. Polar solvent or aprotic solvent, basicity decreases. So basicity of 1, definitely Ido is less basic, F is more basic. That means 1 is less basic than 2. 2 is strong base. 1 is less basic than 2. So 2 is a strong base. Coming to the nucleophilicity, protic solvent. So okay, this is a more small size, more electronegativity. So electron density is more, so forms more layers, more size. So less preference to attack on carbocation. So nucleophilicity of 1 is more than 2 in protic solvent. Coming to aprotic solvent, you see, so electron density is more repulsions with the solvent thrown away and readily attack on the carbocation. So in aprotic solvent, nucleophilicity order is 2 is more nucleophilic than 1. So this is about nucleophilicity and basicity. Example number 1. So methoxy, isopropyl and tertiary butyl. So here no problem, the central atom is same, only one oxygen is there. So here if central atom is there, protic and aprotic, there is no difference. The order in protic solvent and aprotic solvent is same. But you see here, first we will see the nucleophilicity. Coming to nucleophilicity and basicity, steric problem, steric hindrance. One point need to take into consideration. steric hindrance. For example, these three molecules will readily attack on CH3Cl, or it will obstruct a proton from acetic acid. Okay, see, no doubt electron density plus inductive effect, 1 plus inductive effect, 2 plus inductive effect, 3 plus inductive effects. So the electron density is maximum here. Definitely it is easily abstract a proton from here. First we will write the basic nature. 1 is less basic than, 2 is less basic than 3. 3 is a strong base. Tertiary would have said the electron density on oxygen is more. That is because of the 3 plus inductive effective groups. 3 plus inductive effective groups, maximum electron density that will readily obstruct a proton from the any acid. That's why 3 is more basic. Coming to the nucleophilicity, so the problems like this, we have to very careful. So nucleophilicity, there is one steric problem. We need to consider steric hindrance also. Here, because of this bulk group, it will not attack on this one. Okay, so already in steric hindrance, so nucleophile need to attack on alkyl halide means. So we have to see how sterically hindered it is. Always less sterically hindered negatively charged particle readily attack. So if a nucleophile with less hinder, that will readily attack. The nucleophilicity order is like this. Since okay, electron density is maximum here, but more steric hindrance. Electron density is less here, but sterically less crowded, that will readily attack. So very important. So coming to the 12th example, RS and RO minus. So oxygen and sulfur, so these two are the same, not same group. So this is in different, so in appearance, it is in same group. So top to bottom, from top to bottom, definitely basicity decreases. Okay, so this is less basic, more basic. Okay, less basic, more basic. Why? Because from top to bottom, basicity decreases. So 1 is less basic than 2. So there is no difference in the protic solvent and aprotic solvent. From top to bottom, this is top, this is bottom, top to bottom, basicity decreases. This is less basic, 1 is less basic than 2. Coming to the nucleophilicity in polar protic solvent. So this is more small size in a protic solvent, more layers will form, less layers will form. This will readily attack as a nucleophile. The nucleophilicity is this will readily attack. Coming to the aprotic solvent, you take the acetone. So this is small size. Okay, more electron density, more repulsions. So it will thrown away from the solvent. It will readily attack as a nucleophile. So the nucleophilicity of 1 is less than 2. Why? Because so less repulsions. Okay, more repulsions thrown away. Less repulsions not thrown away. Slowly it will attack. That's why the nucleophilicity is less here. Whereas here, so in a small size, more layers. So big size, less layers. The nucleophilicity of 1 is more than 2. Coming to Cn minus and OH minus. So what is the basicity order? Suppose if it is CH3, so that is different. I will take one more example. For example, 14th example, CH3 minus and OH minus. Let me finish this one. In case of these two, okay, so these two are in the same period, no solvation effect. So protic solvent and aprotic solvents are same. But the thing is, so basicity, so this is 1 and this is 2. So basicity from left to right decreases. So basicity of 1 is more than basicity of 2, and then nucleophilicity of 1 is more than nucleophilicity of 2. So since hydrides, you can directly write like this. But here these two are not hydrides. These two are different molecules. So for that, write this corresponding conjugate acid. So this is acid, that is neutron. Since this is more acidic, this is less basic. Okay. Weak acid, strong base. Coming to the basicity, the basicity of so weak acid, strong base, OH minus is more than Cn minus. Coming to the nucleophilicity, in nucleophilicity we have to see from left to right. We have to see the left to right. Okay, see from left to right, nucleophilicity decrease. That means nucleophilicity of Cn minus is more than OH minus. No need to confuse. Just see the examples. Okay, while discussing the basicity, we have to see so many factors. See, these two are not hydrides. Okay, whereas we use SCH3 and OHO, we have to follow this strategy. Both are hydrides. Okay, from left to right we can follow. Here are not hydrides. we have to write the corresponding acid and then write the basicity adder. So its hydride is more acid. So that means strong acid, weak base, basicity is less. Whereas while discussing about the nucleophilicity, see the center ladder from left to right, nucleophilicity decreases. That's why this is strong nucleophile than OH minus, right? So this is about nucleophilicity versus basicity. Follow the class, read well, all the very best. Thank you.